Did you know there are several causes of acne which you can tackle at home and they don't require a lot of money? I found some of them on the other YouTube videos, but never all of them in one. So let's get down to it. First thing is the water you shower with. Now, depending on the location where you live, the water can be softer or harder. You can get a shower head filter with filter on Amazon. I think they cost something between like $11.99 and $15.99, and they last you from like 3 to 6 months. I don't think this is a lot. When I brush my teeth, I use the shower water, not the water from the tap from my sink, simply because I do not have a filter in there. And I have noticed if I don't do that, I will break out around my mouth. It's definitely something that might not help everybody, but it has shown to make difference in my case. Second thing is the drinking of water. I'm not going to tell you to drink water to flush the toxins from your body, because this is what your kidneys and liver is for. So the purpose of water and in general nutrition is, you know that, I don't know if you know, but your body, if it's dehydrated, it will sacrifice non-vital organs such as skin, and all of the water that is retained there will be sucked away. Sounds horrible. But it will be sucked away to protect the organs that are required for you to stay alive. Water will change the whole appearance of your skin in the sense that it will be more plump, more glowy, the color of it even will be better. If you have little amount of water at your disposal, it's worth to squeeze a little bit of fruit in there. There is something about it that if you drink water with a drop of any fruit, and I don't mean some sort of juice or squash or anything like this, you don't want that. You want normal piece of fruit that you squeeze in. Your body will recognize that water no longer as water, it's more like food, and that will water your cells more efficiently. Also, what I will say, there is amount of water that you can drink that is too much and can lead for you to end up in the hospital. So don't go over 2.5 liters a day. That's more than enough. Next thing is food. And the interesting thing is, if you speak to the doctor or any derm, they will tell you that there is no evidence that food is causing acne, and that there were studies and there is no evidence to it. However, I myself find it troubling because I can see a clear correlation between food and my acne. If I am eating, I have a massive sweet tooth, so if I have a block of chocolate and, you know, I'm not one of those people that will have a little piece. If I have a block of chocolate and it's there for me to eat, I can't help myself, so I try to not buy things. But if I buy anything, I'm gonna polish it off in seconds, probably. It's gonna be really, I'm not like sitting for hours and eating it. I wish, but no. So if I eat chocolate, if I eat a lot of sugar, sometimes I have a binge of some candy. Happens to me too. The next day or the latest 2 days later, I will have a massive breakout. I always regret it, but it has never stopped me. I still do it, and this is why I still have acne. Same as with processed food. If I have a period of time when I'm completely lazy and I will eat bread that I absolutely love, if I eat it, there will be consequences that follow up the next day or the day after. And I full well know that this is how it will manifest a couple days later, but I still eat it. And if I have done this test before, that I would not eat dairy, sugar, any type of sugar, so any sweets, and any bread and pasta for I did it for like 2 months, and my skin was so clear. And you know, even if I would be menstruating or something, there would be absolutely not a single breakout. So I know for a fact this is what breaks me out. And if I wanted to have perfectly clear skin, this is what I should change in my lifestyle. I suppose I'm not yet there to sacrifice the pleasure of those things that I love food, I love sweets and all that, to that extent that I think that I'm more okay with that breakout every now and again, and I'll still eat those things. If you are trying the elimination, what I would say, don't expect it to work after like a week. You need to really give it a good chance. Overall, acne is the result of inflammation in your body. Also, if you eat well, if you eat healthy, balanced diet with whole foods and like a lot of fruit and vegetable, please bear in mind that sugar in the fruit and the sugar that is refined sugar that you add to your tea is not recognized by your body in the same way. So it will be a lot more forgiving if you're eating a lot of fruit rather than eat a lot of sweets. I've never had a breakout because I had too many bananas. Although if you're looking to lose weight, I would say it's not the greatest idea to eat fruit, but I feel it's absolutely necessary if you want to have healthy, balanced diet. And the truth is, if you eat like that, even if it wasn't the source of your acne, overall your skin will look better. Another thing is toiletries. So it might be the case that when you shower, when you wash your hair, when you use your hair conditioner, I do it always with my head down. Weird as it sounds, but I do it with my head down so it doesn't touch my body, and I will stay with my head down until I wrap myself in the towel, and then only I flick it back. But I used to would wash my hair whilst I'm standing upright, and whatever hair care I've had, so any shampoo, any conditioner, would be dripping off my body, and this would result in body acne then. If you have long hair like me and your hair is resting on your body, it may leave some sort of residue. So it's worth washing your hair with your head down, and it is definitely worth trying to switch your products maybe to something more gentle. Same as if you have body acne and you're using a shower gel or same soap, just switch things around. Maybe even try something that is formulated for babies and see if it does calm down your acne. I don't know what you're using when you shower, but I'm hoping it's not Hans. I use Shower Puff, and those things are known to harbor bacteria, so it's necessary to replace it frequently. What is frequently? I replace mine every week because it lives in the shower. It's all the time moist there. Since we're on that subject, towel. I would say towel has to be pristine. Your towel should be replaced every 2 days. When you wash it, it should be in the 90 degrees. I also use like Dettol. We have antibacterial liquid to go with it. It just loves bacteria, and my towel doesn't live in the bathroom. Another thing is pillowcase. Again, every 2 days, replace your pillowcase. It might seem like your pillowcase is still fresh, it's still clean, it might smell nice, but you have to remember that there are certain things you can't see with your naked eye. So if you are oily like me, your skin produces a lot of sebum that you press on your pillow, it stays there and bacteria eats it. Then you have your dead skin peeling off. oils from your hair. I'm not saying that it will, you have greasy head and you rub it on your pillow. No, I mean, it's natural that your skin produces oils, and that oils are coming off and it's rubbing off your pillow. So normally, if you weren't that sensitive, it would do nothing. I would even say people that have no acne don't do any of those steps you will be doing, because they don't have reactions to nothing. You are unfortunately that in that position where your skin is quite reactive, is very sensitive, and anything you don't do or do is gonna affect it. So if you if you change your pillowcase, sleep one day on one side, flip it, and sleep the second day on the other side. I have additional suggestion with the pillow. It is worth investing in the silk pillowcases. You can find some quite affordable as well, and always get at least two so you can alternate between them. I've noticed how my hair is less disheveled when I wake up. My skin looks better. I definitely recommend it for anybody who suffers from acne. Another thing is, if you have some sort of breakouts on your body, it is worth switching up your laundry detergent. It might be something that is causing your body acne. If you have acne on your back, on your chest, maybe on your bum, changing laundry detergent should be like first thing you do, because it might not necessarily be acne, even though it looks very similar. Another thing is disinfecting your phone. Your phone is resting on your face when you answer the phone, and you most likely take it with you to the toilet. And I don't know why, but like, I don't ever see people do it. I always carry around me like the little this is like this, I think it is designed for cleaning the glasses, but it has some alcohol in it, and I just wipe my phone with it. If not that, there is the antibacterial spray from Dettol that I just spray on the tissue and I wipe my phone. I do it at least once a day. Especially in the current climate of coronavirus and everything, you should definitely make sure to disinfect the objects that you use frequently, and like keys, for example, but keys aren't touching your face, but well, your hands are. Don't touch your face. Last thing I would say is hormones. So if you have elevated estrogen, elevated testosterone, if you struggle with thyroid, those things will manifest in acne. So once you tried all those things I mentioned, because what I will say, those things most likely, each one of them, in my case at least, each one of them helped me a little. So each step I did helped a little, but did not eradicate my acne until I reached the point of changing my diet, and then everything was gone. But all of those things helped me a little, and I saw the improvement, so I carried on with that method and added on another step. Hormones is something you have to check with your doctor, and what I would say is go take a blood test and tell to your doctor that I mean, maybe your GP is different than mine, but I would not necessarily say this is because you want to get rid of acne, because there is a reason why I didn't mention them and GP, any physician first. I have quite a bad experience with my acne and doctors. I've had them give me a scar basically on my face, and I have over my eyebrow I had overgrown sebaceous gland, and he would, now I don't know what did he do, whether he froze it or burned it, but once whatever device he had touched that overgrown sebaceous gland, I jumped away from it because it was so painful, and that created a scab. And then he said that once the scab will be healed and gone, there will be no sign of that sebaceous gland, which is not true, because once the scab came off, I did not rip it off. Once it came off on its own, I've been left with a scar that is 3 times bigger than that sebaceous gland. So you can imagine how frustrated I was. Then I had another instance where I would use a cream with active, which is benzoyl peroxide, and he would tell me use it, but would not tell me how much. And I was desperate. Okay, I had a massive painful cyst around here, and it was stopping me from talking, eating. I felt like I have second head growing in there. And then because I was desperate, I just plastered it on like it's not an active, basically, and went to sleep and woke up. That whole part was elevated. Whole top of my lip was elevated. I looked like one of those people, the Who's from Grinch. I couldn't go outside like this. And I'm pretty sure it is my fault, but the truth is, I don't think I was given enough guidance. So I just didn't go and see him anymore. I had seen a GP in my home country, and she has given me birth control to help with my acne. And I can't say it hasn't helped, but it hasn't also made it go completely. It helped in certain way, but it gave me incredible moodiness. I was not happy with myself. The internal struggle was just not worth the benefit it gave me with my skin. Then I went to GP in UK, and my GP would put me on, there was no in between. They will straight away go to that antibiotic. And first antibiotic he gave me was erythromycin, and that I had an allergic reaction to. I was covered in rash on my neck. And then I had another antibiotic, which is doxycycline, and that he gave me for 8 months. I was eating it for 8 months, and he would not stop, he would not back down. I just said one day, I no longer wish to take it, because the benefit it gave me was so little in comparison to the damage it done to my gut health. That is another thing. As a child, I took a lot of antibiotics. I don't know if this hasn't resulted in me having that acne. Like I said, I can have a great skin if I'm eating properly, but I'm still researching, because I want to find a way to eat cake and have cake. What I will say also, just to tie it all up, everything you will test, please give it at least 28 days. I know this is a long period of time, but you will not know if something is working or isn't working if you haven't given it a fair try. And 28 days is minimum for your cells to turn over. And if you don't do that, you will most likely give up, whilst this method can actually bring you results if you would be a little bit more patient. So just give it at least 4 weeks, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But the worst that can happen is that your hair and your skin overall, even if it's still breaking out, it will look better. What I haven't mentioned in this video is skincare. I think skincare is a subject for a whole nother video, and I will make that one, but I just didn't want to ramble on. It's long as it is. What I will say though, keep it basic. Get yourself a mild face wash and a cream, and use just that, and see if there is any sort of breakout that you can associate with that skincare. Find the most basic skincare, because you will need to add actives, but I'm going to touch on it in the next video. So whatever skincare you will use, I can say that Cetaphil is the most basic. I wasn't happy with it because I have very oily skin, so I can't wholeheartedly say that Cetaphil or CeraVe was a good product for me. I did not feel that my skin was clean, so I can't really recommend it, can I? But I would say that it is recommended. In my opinion, shouldn't matter. It's not expensive, so it's something that you could start off with and then tailor it more to towards your needs as you go. And last thing is expensive, so I don't know whether I should mention it because that will go against everything I said, but it's necessary. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I helped you. Bye.